Have you ever found yourself in a place so dark, so desolate, that it feels like a night with no dawn? A place where the sun seems to have vanished, and the moon refuses to shine. This isn't a physical location, but rather a state of mind, a spiritual condition that seems to swallow you whole. It is a crisis of faith, purpose, and identity. This, my friends, is the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul is a term that dates back centuries, coined by the 16th century Spanish mystic and poet Saint John of the Cross. It refers to a stage in personal spiritual development where one feels disconnected, disoriented, and deeply distressed. It's a period of intense inner turmoil, a spiritual crisis where all familiar landmarks seem to have disappeared, and the heavens above appear to have closed off. But this isn't a journey that you have to undertake alone. In fact, some of the most revered spiritual figures in history have traversed this treacherous terrain. Mother Teresa, the saint of the slums of Calcutta, experienced this dark night. In a series of letters she wrote about feeling abandoned by God, wrestling with doubt and despair. And then there's Eckhart Tolle, a modern-day spiritual teacher, who also experienced this profound spiritual crisis. Before he became the renowned author of The Power of Now, he was submerged in a sea of desolation, grappling with depression and suicidal thoughts. The dark night of the soul is an experience that shatters illusions, questions faith, and uproots life as we know it. It is a journey marked by pain, doubt, and desolation. But it is also a journey that can lead to profound transformation. It is a journey into the very core of our being, where the false self is stripped away and the true self begins to emerge. It's a journey that can be terrifying, but also incredibly liberating. This, dear friends, is the dark night of the soul, a journey that can lead us to spiritual resilience. But what is this dark night of the soul, you may ask? Let's delve a little deeper to gain a better understanding. The concept of the dark night of the soul has its roots in the poetic writings of a 16th century Spanish poet and Roman Catholic mystic, Saint John of the Cross. He used this metaphor to describe a spiritual crisis, an inner struggle that one encounters on their journey towards divine union. In his writings, Saint John of the Cross paints a vivid picture of this spiritual crisis as a period of intense loneliness, desolation, and seeming abandonment by God. It is a time where all comfort, both earthly and heavenly, appears to be stripped away, leaving the soul in a state of profound darkness and despair. But it's crucial to understand that this is not a punishment, nor a sign of divine displeasure. Instead, it's a process of purification, a necessary stage on the journey towards spiritual enlightenment. Imagine you're in a dark tunnel. It's cold, it's uncomfortable, and it's scary. You can't see the end of it, and it feels like you're stuck there forever. This is akin to the dark night of the soul. But just as every tunnel has an end, so does this spiritual crisis. It's a process, a transformative phase that's as necessary as it is challenging. This dark night is not just about suffering, it's about transformation. It's a period of stripping away the old to make way for the new. Just like a caterpillar undergoes a transformation to become a butterfly, the soul too undergoes a transformation during this dark night. It's a process of dying to the old self and emerging as a new, more spiritually awakened being. The dark night of the soul is a journey. It's a journey of self-discovery, of spiritual growth, and of transformation. It's about finding light in the darkness and emerging stronger, wiser, and more resilient. So, when you're going through your dark night, remember, it's not a punishment, it's not an end. It's a transition, a metamorphosis, a change from caterpillar to butterfly. The dark night is a transition, a metamorphosis, a change from caterpillar to butterfly. How does one navigate through this dark night? This is a question that often arises when we find ourselves submerged in the depths of our own spiritual darkness. You see, the journey through the dark night is not a simple stroll in the park. It's a trek, a climb, a dive into the depths of our soul that requires courage, faith, and resilience. As we embark on this journey, it's natural to experience feelings of loss. We may lose our sense of self, our beliefs, our connection with the external world. It's like losing the sun in the middle of the day. Suddenly everything becomes dark and unfamiliar. But remember, it's in this very darkness that we have the opportunity to discover the stars within our soul. Confusion too is an integral part of this journey. We are left questioning who we are, what our purpose is, why we are here. It's as if we're wandering through a maze with no clear path or direction. But here's the thing about confusion. It's often the catalyst for profound insight and clarity. It forces us to question, to seek, to delve deeper into the mystery of our being. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Despair. It's arguably the most daunting aspect of the dark night. It can feel like we're sinking in quicksand, struggling to keep our heads above the surface. But despair, as uncomfortable as it may be, serves a purpose. It breaks down our walls, our defenses, our illusions. It strips us bare, leaving us vulnerable and open to transformation. These feelings of loss, confusion, and despair, as heavy as they may be, are not punishments or signs of failure. They are catalysts, propelling us towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe. They are the chisels that shape us, the fire that refines us. They are the very tools we need to carve our path towards spiritual growth. This journey, though dark and seemingly endless, is not a journey into nothingness. It's a journey into the heart of who we are. It's a journey that uncovers the truth of our existence, the essence of our spirit. It's a journey that takes us beyond the confines of our physical reality into the boundless realm of the spirit. And as we navigate this dark night, we begin to realize something profound. We are not the darkness. We are the light that shines through it. We are not the confusion. We are the clarity that emerges from it. We are not the despair. We are the hope that rises from it. The journey through the dark night is not about becoming something new. It's about unbecoming everything that isn't truly us, so we can be who we were meant to be. It's about shedding the layers of illusion and stepping into the authenticity of our spirit. The journey may be dark and difficult, but it leads to a dawn of spiritual resilience. A resilience that allows us to face any challenge with courage, to navigate any storm with faith, and to embrace any darkness with the certainty that the light within us will always guide the way. But what does it mean to emerge from the dark night? Imagine a seed buried deep in the soil. It's dark, it's cold, and it's uncomfortable. But in that darkness, the seed harnesses its inherent potential to grow. It pushes through the soil, reaching for the light, and eventually blooms into a flower. This is the essence of spiritual resilience. Spiritual resilience is not about avoiding or eliminating suffering. Rather, it's about embracing the inevitable challenges of life and using them as catalysts for growth and transformation. It's about finding strength in vulnerability, gaining wisdom from suffering, and finding peace in acceptance. When we talk about strength and vulnerability, we're not referring to physical might or stubborn defiance. It's a kind of strength that comes from the heart, from the courage to face our deepest fears and insecurities. It's about opening up to the pain, rather than numbing or ignoring it. This is the kind of strength that the dark night brings out in us. Gaining wisdom from suffering is another crucial aspect of spiritual resilience. Our trials and tribulations are not meaningless or random. They are opportunities for learning and growth. They teach us about our true nature, our limits, and our potential. They show us that we are not defined by our circumstances but by how we respond to them. And finally, spiritual resilience involves finding peace and acceptance. This doesn't mean resigning ourselves to our fate or giving up on change. Rather, it's about acknowledging our present reality, our feelings, and our experiences without judgment or resistance. It's about making peace with the uncertainty, the ambiguity, and the imperfection of life. Emerging from the dark night is not a return to the way things were before. It's a rebirth, a transformation. It's about coming into a deeper, more profound connection with the divine. It's about recognizing that we are part of something much larger than ourselves, and that our individual struggles are part of a grand cosmic journey. Emerging from the dark night is like a phoenix rising from the ashes, stronger and more resilient. How do we nurture this newfound spiritual resilience? This question might be echoing in your mind after everything we've discussed. Well, the answer lies in practice and perseverance. The journey of spiritual resilience is ongoing, and there are several practices that can help you maintain and strengthen this resilience. First and foremost, meditation. This ancient practice is a powerful tool for spiritual resilience. Through stillness and silence, you can connect with your inner self, observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment, and cultivate a sense of inner peace. Regular meditation can help you navigate life's ups and downs with grace and equanimity. Next, mindfulness. This practice invites you to be present and engaged in each moment. By focusing on the here and now, you can let go of past regrets and future anxieties. Mindfulness allows you to experience life more fully and respond to challenges with clarity and calm. Journaling, too, can be a powerful tool for nurturing spiritual resilience. By putting your thoughts and feelings on paper, you can gain a deeper understanding of yourself and your experiences. Journaling can help you process your emotions, reflect on your spiritual journey, and track your progress over time. And let's not forget the importance of community. Connecting with like-minded individuals can provide support, inspiration, and a sense of belonging. Whether it's a meditation group, a spiritual retreat, or an online forum, find a community where you can share your experiences and learn from others. These practices are not a quick fix, but they can help you maintain and strengthen your spiritual resilience. Like any skill, spiritual resilience requires practice and persistence. There will be challenges along the way, but remember, every challenge is an opportunity for growth and transformation. Nurturing your spiritual resilience is like tending to a garden. It requires patience, care, and time. So, keep tending to your spiritual garden, and watch as it flourishes into a beautiful landscape of resilience and inner peace.